In this video, I'm going to show you how to add people, add pages, and add ad accounts into your Business Manager. So if you don't know how to get to Business Manager, make sure that you watch the previous video about accessing Business Manager. So here we're in Business Manager within Business Settings. So to get there, you'll click this little wheel at the top and it'll pull you into this screen here with all of your people and assets down the left-hand side in this column. So if you want to add contractors or team members to your Business Manager so that they can access all of the pages and ad accounts that you have access to within there, you're going to go into your People's tab and then click Add next to People. It's going to pull up this screen here for you to add in the person's email address. So just add in a dummy email address at my facebook.co.nz. I hope that's not a real email address. So this doesn't necessarily have to be the person's personal email address. It can be their business email address. So you don't need to know what email address they're using to actually log into their Facebook. Their business address works just fine here. So then you're either going to add them as an employee or an admin. So an admin has control over everything. They can change the business settings, they can add and remove other people and assign pages to those people and remove them as well. The admins also have access to all of the billing information. So when you assign admins, make sure you know that they have a lot of control over your business and that they can add and change credit cards on the account that are associated to different ad accounts that you own. Employees, on the other hand, only have access to what you give them access to. So they can be assigned to ad accounts and pages and business assets, and they can only see those pages and ad accounts and business assets. So they can't see or can't access what they haven't been assigned to within Business Manager. So we'll add this one as an employee. And then the next screen that it's going to take you to is this one here, where it's going to show you all of the pages that you have access to within your Business Manager. So in this case, we've only got this one test page in this Business Manager account, but if you have multiple pages, they'll all be showing up here. So the next thing that you're going to do is select whichever pages you want this person to have access to, and you're going to choose the role that they get. So by default, Facebook gives them a page advertiser role. If you wanted to change this for all of the pages that you're going to be giving this person access to, so if you wanted them to be an editor, for example, on every page, I suggest changing this first before selecting the pages, because otherwise you'll have to go through manually on each of them and change that to editor. So let's go through the different roles that you have. If you ever get stuck with this, click on Learn About Roles and it'll give you this summary of what each person is able to do. So the lowest level of access that you can give someone is Page Analyst. So this person can view the insights on the page and see who created what posts. Typically this is the access that you'd request if you were doing an audit for a client. The next stage up is the most common for Facebook agencies, and that is a page advertiser. So you can create ads and view insights, manage branded content, and see who created what, but you can't actually publish any posts as the page and you can't write any comments. To do that, so if you were also doing community management for the client, you'd need page moderator access. So that allows you to respond to messages and comments and delete comments that people have published. So a lot more control over the conversations that are occurring on the page. Step up from that is page editor. So in addition to all of the access that page moderators, advertisers, and analysts have, editors can also publish posts as the page. So if you were doing content for a client, then you would also need to have page editor access so that you can publish that content to their page. And then the highest level of access that you can get is a page admin. There's typically no reason why you need to have admin access to a client's page, but if it's your own page and you wanted to assign someone as an admin or make yourself an admin, then you would have access to everything that an editor has, as well as the ability to add and remove other admins and just have total control over the page there. So in this case, let's make this person an advertiser because that would be the most common one. We don't have any ad accounts on this Business Manager yet, but if you did in yours, you would see them all down here, and you can assign them to the person that you're adding and also change their role here. So once again, if you're going to be adding them to a bulk lot of pages and you want them to have the same access, you should change that here rather than doing it individually for each one. So the three roles available to ad accounts are analysts who can just view ad performance. So again, that would be great for auditing. Ad account advertiser who can see and edit ads, create ads and campaigns and everything, but they can't actually do anything with the payment method. And then there's ad account admin who can manage all of the aspects of the campaigns, including creating reports, viewing and assigning billing details, and assigning account roles. So keep in mind that admins have the highest level of access on an ad account, and they can change and remove and add different payment details onto the ad account. So we'll just press skip. And then if you had any catalogs set up as well, you can give that person access here and make them either an advertiser or an admin. And then you'll hit close, and then you'll see here that it's pending right now because it hasn't been accepted. So you'll see pending here as well as in red over here. So once this request has been accepted, then this pending will go away and this person will be added into the Business Manager, and we can assign them to any other different pages and ad accounts that we want to. Once you start running ads for clients, then you'll need to request access to both the page and the ad account. So keep in mind that you have to request access to both the page and the ad account in order to run ads for them. So make sure that the client knows that they're going to have to approve both of those requests. So to request access to the client's page, you're going to go into Pages, and then just like we did for people, you're going to click this Add button. Make sure you don't click Add a page, because that would be you claiming the page into Business Manager and moving it into your Business Manager owning it. So what you want to do for client pages instead is to request access to a page. And then in here you would put in the Facebook page name or the URL. So Cat Howell, for example. And then you would select the role that you as a business manager need on the account. So once again, this depends on what you're going to be doing for the client, whether you're just running ads or you're doing community management as well as ads, or content as well as ads as well as community management, in which case you'd need to be editor. And then you'd hit request access and wait for that to be approved by the client. So if the page that you're trying to request access to doesn't show up when you type in the name, what you can do is pull up the page into a new tab that you want to request access to and copy and paste the whole URL in here, and then it should show up. So what happens sometimes is that someone's changed the name of the page and it's not recognizing it as the new page name, and if you don't know the old page name, it can be difficult to find. So when in doubt, just paste the whole URL straight in here. Once you're approved, then you'll be able to add any new people that you get into the page, or add yourself into it as soon as the client approves that request. So then to request access to an ad account, you would do the same thing down here in ad accounts. Right now we don't have any in here, but if we did, the button would be showing up just up here like it did for the other ones. So you would click add. Once again, make sure you request access. Don't add the ad account, because you just want access to it, you don't want to own it. And then you'll type in the client's account number in there, whatever that is, and then select whether you need admin, advertiser, or analyst access. So typically advertiser, unless you're running an audit, in which case you only need analyst access. And then you'll hit confirm, and then it would go into pending, just like the page and just like the person. So if you have just created a new Business Manager account, you'll notice that you have, at some point you'll notice that you have a limit on how many ad accounts you can open. So typically this is 2 or 5, or in this case I think it's 1. So to see that, you'll click on here in business info, and then you'll see account creation limit down here. So this Business Manager only has permission to create 1 ad account by Facebook. So once we start spending money on the ad account that we create, we might find that increases automatically. If not, and if we do need more, what we need to do is click on help and get in contact with Facebook. So since it's a new Business Manager, it's showing up with some tips and frequently asked questions, but what we need to do is get to the contact page. And then down the bottom, you'll see all of the methods of contacting Facebook. So you can ask the community, you can email them, or you can chat. So right now they're closed. So once the chat's open at 9 p.m, then I'll be able to chat with them and get that request fulfilled.